In this video, we're going to look at drawing a project network from an activity table. So in this case, the activity table represents the project of making buttered toast. So we need to, the activities involved in the project include getting the bread out of the cupboard, getting the butter out of the fridge, getting a knife from the drawer, putting bread in the toaster and toasting it, and finally buttering the toast. And we've got the times in seconds for each of those activities, and we've got the prerequisites listed for each of those activities. So we can't begin the toasting process until we've completed activity A, which is getting the bread out of the cupboard. And we can't complete buttering the toast until we've done B, C, and D. So that is getting the butter out, getting the knife out, and toasting the toast. So we're now going to go ahead and attempt to draw a project network for this project. So to start the project network off, we're going to use a start node, a node that represents the starting time for the project. I'm going to write start underneath that there. I now need to look at the activities in the activity table that have no prerequisites, because these are the activities which will be starting right at the start of the project. So that's A, B, and C. Now I can see that B and C are going to need to have something to do with E and D. So E is going to have something to do with D, B, and C, and D is going to have something to do with A. So I'm actually going to put A down the bottom, A, B, and C. I'm going to label those, and next to each of those activity codes, I'm going to write their time. So A is 5, B is also 5, and C also 5. Alright, now we're just going to work our way down the table. Once we've added in all of the activities that don't have any prerequisites, we'll just go systematically down the table. So the next activity we have is D, and I can see that activity D needs to start from a node that A goes into. So if A goes into this node here, then this is the node that represents the time at which activity A is complete. And I'm going to add an arrow in there to say that A is going into this node. So out of this node can come activity D. Now activity D lasts for 60 seconds. Next we'll have to have a node that E can come out of. Now the activities that need to be going into the node that E is coming out of are D, B, and C. So we need a node that D, B, and C are all going into. So if I draw that node here, and that's the node that E is going to come out of, then I need D, B, and C all to go into that node, representing the idea that E can't be started until D, B, and C have been completed. Now E is the final activity. Once E is completed, the project is completed. So we're going to write in there a finish node. And that's drawing a project network from an activity table.